there's one place to vent. Welcome to our parents' basement. Let's dive in.
So George asked a question.
Just say what it is,
George.
Brian.
There's got to be this big dramatic build up with him. So
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Editors know.
Okay.
Do not edit that out. I need that in there.
Anyways, so I was just curious. You guys mentioned being atheist. I'm wondering if you're atheist or if you are anti-theist.
Actually,
not agnostic, but anti-theist. Like, are you actually opposed to religion?
We're going to go in detail about this because there's another question.
It doesn't have to be on the podcast. I just want to talk about it.
That's cool either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know. Is everybody know at this point?
My mom's not watching.
My mom's not.
That's the only one I care about, to be honest, just because
so
I think that's all she has right now. So
anti-theists are more opposed to religion. They feel that religion does more harm than good, whereas atheists just simply don't believe in God themselves or whatever. So I was wondering where you fall on that spectrum.
I think everybody. So what I would say is that I'm an agnostic atheist.
Okay.
So I say I don't believe in God. You say you do. I say, can you prove it? You can't, and therefore I don't believe.
Okay.
It's more like that. But I think everybody that's agnostic is an atheist in a way. But that's the way I think.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Do I believe that religion is a poison in a lot of way? Sure, and there's lots of evidence for that. But my atheism is solely for me. My wife's a very spiritual person. So, but that comes with family history and lots of things that build up to that. My middle child believes in God, and he's had a lot of friends and family members that are close to us. So he has his beliefs, and I'm not swaying them either way. The only thing I tell people is that that's fine if you have those beliefs, and if you want to believe them, that's fine. But the moment it becomes like that's all we talk about, and where you have to be like, hey, you have to believe or whatever, then I don't want to talk to you.
I agree.
But
Bible thumpers.
But
not even Bible thumper, just anybody with any religion.
To me, atheist.
This is the only God, and this is my God, and you need to believe. If not, you're going to fucking hell. Like the people like that,
God is for somebody to literally God. The only, in my opinion, it's an object to look forward to, or to what's the right word I'm trying to look for, Kurt? We've talked about this before. God is basically an object,
but this is your opinion.
Yeah, but
100% opinion.
Yeah. You believe in God, go for it. Same way he is. But it's something to talk to, look forward to, or to help you cope. It's a coping mechanism, in my opinion. Kind of like a therapist. That's what God is. It's somebody you can talk to, who you feel like you can communicate to, who's there for you, and everything.
Like, for example, there are certain people that are addicts.
Can I ask you a question?
That
you know how they say God is within you? God is in you. When you're talking and you're working through things with God, right? You're working through things with yourself. And you're sitting there talking to work through things.
I know
to help you figure things out.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
I personally believe in God. Right? But not to the extent of I'm going to church or anything. God is there to help me work through my problems within me.
Well, and that's like,
right. It's not to do with anything else. I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't care about it. God is there to help me work through and if that's my mechanism to help me solve my problems within myself. And you can feel how you feel about it, but to me that's God. Right? And if I have that same identity and how I think about it, that's my mechanism to help myself.
Right.
Now, I believe the 10 Commandments, right?
Yeah.
I believe there's certain people in this world that need to have those morals because they don't have morals instilled in them.
They are. They're morals.
They don't have morals instilled in them already.
Right.
And they act a certain way. And until they find God, right, quote unquote, until they find this person they act and do anything they fucking feel like it, and they don't give a fuck about anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But when they find God, they're like, okay, I need to act this way. And then they get morals and they understand, like, hey, I can't do dumb shit and I can't be a shitty fucking person.
Can I tell you?
And
That
I know
shit's
this.
irritating for me.
What?
The people who do so much wrong and they'll be like a murderer, a thief.
And then they
They
find
go,
God.
I found God and now I'm a better person.
Right.
No, you figured out that you were a dumbass and did some dumb shit and now you're trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
And that's irritating for me because, in my opinion, being somebody who now doesn't
You're
believe in
there's
God,
no excuse for your dumb shit that you do.
no, that it takes away from the people that use God as someone to talk to and to get through things for. It takes away from them because they're just like, well, I murdered somebody, but then I found God and I'm a better
It does
person.
not take away.
I feel like it does.
God is within you.
Well, I can argue for any religion, like not just Christianity. I could argue on behalf of any religion. But with that one in particular, it's more that Christianity teaches forgiveness and, all of that. So
I'm just
they
saying
have to
wrong.
forgive themselves to become better people. And yeah, you can fuck up. You can make mistakes and you can redeem yourself.
Right.
So I think my
It's
issue,
not even Christianity. A lot of it's like Catholics.
well, Catholic is Christian.
yeah,
They're different religions.
well, same
They're
thing as
Christian.
yeah, same thing as Methodist.
Different.
Methodist is
It's
technically
it's literally Christian. It's a different sect of
Denomination.
Christianity.
They're
Sure.
Methodist.
It's still not this exact same.
Methodist is technically
There's a
Christian,
lot
but
of
they're a
rituals
different
with the
branch.
cult.
Listen,
off.
I
'Cause
don't.
I'm technically baptized Methodist.
So you see your problem is you're understanding Christianity as a single religion, where Christianity is all these different.
yeah.
You've got
They
Catholic.
break it
and-
down.
Yeah. So
Sure.
your problem is you're thinking that Christian
Maybe
is
not your
just
problem,
one
but
thing.
your theory towards it.
Yeah, your theory towards it. Sure, your problem.
My idea.
It's your problem. Okay. Your problem is you're thinking.
The problem is
Christian is a thing. What you're describing, me and you have talked about. You're a oh god damn it, what is it?
check off the mic sandal.
Non-denominational.
Not non-denominational. He's more orthodox. Yeah,
Okay.
you're more of an orthodox.
Isn't that like original?
No,
That's like when you're thinking of Judaism. This is
Okay.
you believe in the Bible, what it stands for.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
I was just trying to.
No, that's a question. No? Okay.
I don't believe in the Bible.
Well, it's a book that was written.
I mean, it's real.
I don't believe. I don't.
Right, it is real time. Yeah, it exists.
No, I don't believe the Bible was written by Jesus Christ. No,
Well, it
yeah,
wasn't. No,
yeah.
that's a fact. It was not written.
it was
by
not
Jesus
written by
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
That
It's
is a
written
fact.
by
That's a
who?
known fact.
By who?
By like 60 different people
I mean,
over like 2,000 years. And
I
it's
felt like
consistent.
I felt
It does
like
not.
I'm
It's
not gonna
very
lie to you. I
consistent
felt like the
story.
Bible was written to control
The true
Yeah.
Bible.
because
yes.
it was a very wild West type environment in this time where people were just doing anything and everything, and they used this to control and to, hey, I'm gonna condemn you to hell and this, that, and other. And I don't believe in the Bible. I told you what I believe, and that's
just a relationship with
Okay.
with God.
God.
And God is within me.
Yeah.
And
My
that's what I
problem-
use to communicate, to control myself,
My
and
problem
to
is
help myself through. I don't go to a fucking therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to
Right.
myself and work through my own fucking issues.
But then the question is because I was the same way. I would go to church and
I
talk to
never
God.
went to church. I never.
But I did that because I had a problem with talking. I talked to Kurt about this. I did not have a conscience. So there was no one to talk to in my head for a long time.
Hold
Never
on,
had that.
Hold on,
You
you don't have a
seem-
conscience.
I didn't know.
You don't have a fucking voice inside your head.
I didn't know. I'm serious for a long time.
There's no way. It
there
doesn't
is a-
come and go, brother.
No,
That's not how your subconscious works.
So,
you have a voice.
there is
There's like 33% of the population they have and no internal dialogue. And
Right. He either has it or he doesn't, though.
I
Can
didn't
you imagine
for
how bored you would be?
No,
without
think
that
of-
internal
listen,
dialogue?
So
no,
either have it or
because
you don't.
Brian is a pictures guy.
Thank you.
You know, it's nothing but images. Just
Yeah, but
flashes
you
of
either
his-
have it or you don't.
But that's the
There's
thing.
no.
I didn't
it-
for a long time until I started going to therapy and I would sit down and I made one. I'm not even joking. It's not my voice. My voice is not my head.
It's a different person.
You want to know what's weird?
It's got a high speed.
It's him.
What?
We've talked about this.
Have we?
Yes, because I started doing therapy around 5 years ago, and me and him got really close because he was going through trauma, and we just sit and talk all the time.
Nothing around the same time you got with Hannah?
Mhm.
That lines up. That tracks.
And I and being with her changed my life around. And it's weird when I think through things about pros and cons and is this good, is this bad, it's him talking to me. I'm not even joking. We've talked about this. You're my inner dialogue. I don't have my own voice. I don't talk to myself. I
hope you know that at the end of the day,
so Kurt's God. And
like, no, seriously, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You've never felt like when you're talking to yourself, like, I can do this. This is like the angel on my shoulder, right?
Yes.
Or I can do this. This is the devil on my shoulder.
Nope.
Like okay, I have two options, and you're thinking this in your head. Like
there is a person in my head that I converse with to go, okay, so
I hope I'm
we
dressed.
could do this.
You're not dressed. You're naked as fuck.
You have a ball gag in, but we're completely talking.
So how do I talk? Okay.
And then it goes,
That sounds about right.
and then it's what I was saying.
Ignore everything you're saying because you're God.
But no, it's a person I converse with. There is no, well, if we did this, this happens. But if I do this, this happens. It's okay. Well, what are we gonna do? And I lay out scenarios.
Do you have morals?
I do now. Yeah.
No. Do you believe like?
What do you mean now, though?
I
think that's the point he's trying to make. Is like you knew that obviously if you hurt somebody by saying something that their feelings,
I just didn't
hurt,
care.
like you obviously,
and you
never
wouldn't
murdered
apologize,
somebody.
right?
Have you ever murdered somebody?
No,
So
I
you have
thought about it.
Yeah,
everyone thinks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine was like I would never act intentionally on it, but I had no conscience.
Is there another word for morals? Scruples?
Wrongdoings.
Have you ever thoughts of like, this is not a good idea, I'm not going to do this?
Yeah, now. Before I would just do stuff.
I mean, if we're
looking
at your track record, obviously, but it's not like we're not doing it. I'm saying like, just at any moment, like.
Now I do, yes.
Yeah.
But it's more of a.
So what were your parents doing the whole time you were raised?
Punishing me. Because I would just fuck up all the time.
You just acted on instinct, didn't give a fuck about anything.
Yep.
You just.
It was all instinct. I was like, I want to do this. I'm going to do it. I want to smoke weed. I'm going to smoke weed. I should take this Adderall and snort it. I'm going to do it. There was no, if I do this, there's a chance I could get caught.
You never had the thought, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways?
I mean, probably. But it wouldn't be like.
So you just didn't give. No. There's no.
So
I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways.
So you probably didn't have the inner voice, but you didn't have.
There was no inner voice.
What's the word? Oh, no one knows it. That's why I got.
No, there was no guy in the back of my head going, "Hey, you know that this is wrong."
But what I will say,
I've done snort this Adderall.
I've legit had that a million times.
You shouldn't take $150
not
out of
do
your
this.
mom's safe,
but I'm gonna do it.
Old.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it. I shouldn't drink this beer, but I'm gonna do it because I want to.
Drinking the alcohol in your parents' basement when you're 17 is a bad idea, Brian.
Hey,
no, that was
our parents' basement.
Like there was none of that. It was just I want to do it, so I'm doing it.
But so as far as like morals, whatever, I think I grew up in a Christian house.
Well, yes,
but I don't think that's where I got my morals because my grandfather, who I was around a lot, was an agnostic atheist.
But I think you grew up to realize what a good person was.
Yeah, but I think that I could have found that with people that were believers or not believers. I don't
because I think everybody has morals, whether you want to call it Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like, hey, we shouldn't do it.
What gained your faith?
Should
though?
do it,
huh?
It's not faith. I don't have faith in God. I have faith in myself, and God is within me.
What gave
call
you
me
that?
a narcissist?
No. But what?
No,
I'm
serious.
No. No, it's fine. I'm saying
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
What gave you that? So people like
what gave me faith within myself?
Yeah. No, what made you
my narcissism?
What made you go, yep, God is in me? What gave you that? You know what I'm trying to say here?
Was it Kanye's first album?
I ain't gonna lie. I listened. Was it Jesus something? Jesus
Walks.
I listened to that song a lot.
And that's what made you.
No, that's
If
not.
I rap
The song
about
didn't do
drugs
it
and
to
sex,
me.
I haven't made.
Well,
But if I
'cause-
rap about God, my song won't get played.
Because then my question to you was, what made you lose it? Church.
What?
What made you lose your faith?
Uh,
That was
I
the contrary.
I never went to church. I was never a believer.
You don't need to.
I'm not a Bible thumper.
No.
I just believe God is within me
What gave you that
because I'm a narcissist.
belief? What started that?
I think
Because a lot of people like, I found God
I'm not
when
kidding you.
my grandmother died and I needed
truth.
help.
He's
What
not
is it?
listening. I'm a narcissist.
So that's strictly what it was.
To believe I'm God, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't okay.
But for me, I think for atheism,
I'm not lying.
what it really was, I think, was I like comedians and I like music and I like different things. And also there were certain people around me that were believers that also were filled with hate and were mean and caused problems. My mother-in-law was this self-professed Christian,
Mm-hmm.
but yet was lying and calling the cops on me and trying to say that I was an elder abuser and just spewing a whole bunch of lies and trying to turn the whole family against me. And then there was...
It was all true, by the way.
Yeah. And then there was my dad who would call me every single day. Every day was just hitting me over the head of what I'm doing wrong and about different things.
So do you think it was because church was pushed upon you?
No, because when I came out here, I was still a Christian. And I wasn't going to church, and I wasn't going to church before I left. But what ended up happening is that I just go, I have doubts, so I want to search into those doubts.
Okay.
And so there were people like Penn Jillette, Ricky Gervais, Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins, where some are comedians, some are Penn Jillette is from Penn and Teller, famous atheist, but also different people and their opinions. And then I started thinking about what I believed and what my thoughts were. And then I saw the movie Religulous with Bill Maher, and that left a big impression on me to find out that a lot of different people within the Bible were based off of different religions. And to look those up and start to realize that, oh, there was somebody that was born on December 25th, born to a virgin. I think was the god Horus, and all these different things in Egyptian religions. And then after a while, I was just like, okay. And for a good period of time, I was scared and afraid. I was like, fuck, like God's going to know that I'm doubting. And then I felt bad about myself and I was really depressed. And then after a while, I was just like, I don't believe in God. And then after a while, I became more comfortable. And then I went through like that baby Christian phase where I was like baby atheist. Everybody like, God and whatever. Like I would tell people at Target, I would just be like, this similarities with God and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy is that none of them are real.
Do you believe in yourself?
Yeah, I believe so.
You're God.
Yeah, but
no. Listen to me.
Yeah,
listen. This is what I'm trying to.
I get your point.
I'm trying to get my point.
Yeah,
you have control over your own actions and what you make of your life. Mm-hmm. You're your own God.
Yeah. Well, and that's what so I think that you and me are kind of in the same boat.
I think I'd be in the same boat too.
When I had my downfall in my life, I went to church because I'm like, I need something. I need something to.
Was it before or after the tattoos?
During. And I was like, I need something to channel into to help me through what I'm going to. So I went to church. I went to church every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I go extra days.
And some people need it.
And I'd go there.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
A lot. No, seriously.
Like
truly.
Well, I was at the
It's not even just addicts.
A
lot of people have fucked up minds.
Yeah.
And they really.
I was in that boat.
They need structure. And I think that's good. I think religion is good. I'm not against religion.
Yeah.
I think religion is good for certain people. I think they need that structure to keep them on the straight and narrow.
No.
And I believe that's good for certain people.
Yeah. What I will say.
I don't believe that growing up you need to be a Bible thumper.
No.
And
that's the one thing my dad instilled into me is like, you don't need to go to church to believe whatever you want to believe into.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why when I started going to church, what it did for me.
I got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx.
George, what the fuck do you believe? Because you haven't fucking spoke.
Well,
and
I've
been waiting
feel that it's important to put my beliefs.
Jesus Christ!
He's gonna bring up this whole topic.
We're gonna get to that in a minute. I want to talk about that. So, what church did for me is it showed me that
Fucking hate this guy, bro.
what it showed me is I don't need
that's-
God to fix me, right?
You
Is
are
because I
God.
thought that I needed God. I'm like, I need somebody to talk to. You know, can't afford a therapist. So I'm like, I'll go to church and, sit there and talk, do confession and do all that. And then
Mhm.
I'm like, why am I doing this to somebody who I don't know if he exists? He may exist. He may not exist. I don't know.
You
I've been
exist
talking-
and you are God,
But
and
that's-
you need to believe in yourself.
But
and
I do know.
control your own life and beliefs, and you fucking make things happen that you
Yes,
want
but
to
isn't that-
happen.
But isn't that your opinion and your philosophy on how?
100%
Yeah.
it is.
But that's
But
what
it's
made me-
still me believing in God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it did for me was like, I don't need
How
to.
come you don't want to say anything?
We're getting there. I know.
I done fucked him up. He doesn't
So,
know what to say anymore.
It got me to the point to understand that I don't need an imaginary figure. I'm saying that is my opinion
George is a
because we
Christian.
don't know if he exists. We don't know if he doesn't exist. No one knows
That's-
until you die.
yeah.
It's like the Easter bunny, like
But
kind of
that's
thing.
that's
Can I ask
why-
you, do you
yeah.
guys never talk to God?
No, I talk to
occasionally
myself.
do, even as an atheist.
Like I'm
Do you really?
serious. I'm serious. Do you never like, hey,
This
I'm
is
going
where
through
my
some
opinion's
shit.
going to piss you off.
I'm going through some shit. I need someone to talk to.
No,
right
because he's
now?"
never fucking listened.
He's always listened.
Nope.
What are you talking about, Brian?
He's always listened. God
When
is
you were a
within
kid and you wanted
you.
to go to Disneyland all the time, did your dad take you every time you asked?
No, we just went.
When he
It's
guided
different.
you there, when he took you there,
That's
right?
privilege.
But
that's,
I've never been to.
so here we go.
Yeah.
So then why is all the wrong
California.
happened to people that don't
friends.
deserve
It's
it
an
if he
Orlando
exists?
resort.
What do you mean?
Okay.
If God exists and he's listening,
Mm-hmm.
why do all the wrong things happen in the world?
Why
The
are they,
devil.
what makes
Why
you
don't you
think
ask
they're
God?
wrong?
Huh?
What makes you think they're wrong?
People dying,
Okay.
people getting ill for no reason.
What makes you think it's wrong? And
What
not
makes you
part
think
of the
it's
ultimate
not-
design that was already
What makes
built
you
in?
think it's not evil?
It is evil. So why does
So-
he allow it to happen?
Well, that's in the
So
Bible.
why is
If
there?
God is all that's
Explains
good,
And there's
God
also
gave the
evil.
earth to Satan.
but then how do you know Satan's real?
God's real,
He makes
Satan's real.
incredible music.
He does.
No, seriously, if God's real, Satan's real.
And if Satan's real, God's real.
Period.
But how do you know either of them are real?
You don't.
You don't.
You believe.
You either believe or you don't.
I don't believe in shit.
I believe in the God.
I believe that
I believe
if
God
God
is
is
within
real,
me.
he's an asshole.
I also believe the devil is
So that's an
within me.
interesting take.
There's
because
good
do
and
you
evil
call
within you.
Father an asshole when
Heaven
he
and
doesn't just give you,
You
all
pick
of his
and
money?
choose.
No.
So why not?
He's an asshole when he does things that he shouldn't.
Call me crazy.
What?
You pick and choose.
I don't want to put that on air.
Okay.
We've
So
talked about that
my-
stuff.
my-
though.
about?
like I said, my point is I can argue for any religion,
Yeah.
but if you
That's
guys
just my
would
take.
like to know, I'm a devout Methodist. So
Really?
I am.
No, that's my mom is.
I would like to know what that means because I'm not.
That's funny.
It's
I'm
I'm
a
not-
Christian, Tyler.
It's a branch of Christianity.
Denomination.
Branch.
Denomination.
Again,
Christianity, big bubble branch.
don't know what the fuck that you're talking about.
So
Judaism,
Catholics
Catholics,
was like
Methodists.
the first denomination
There's a
of
couple
the
others.
Christian religion.
Okay.
Quite a few.
And then there was
Yes. There's quite a few.
there was
They
people
knew
that
every day.
Lutherans,
Lutheran, I
because
know
of
who
Martin
you're talking
Luther,
about. Yes.
Same
and
category.
and different people that didn't like me
But
opinion or how
you
things were
believe
taught
in
and
Christianity.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
To what degree?
To the fullest.
Yeah.
Okay.
As there is a God, he created this universe. He made everything.
And the
He-
Matrix.
Well, yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, this is the Matrix.
Yeah,
That's-
we know. We know.
The story we have been given is simply the instruction, but the fucking reading the back of the game case.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we've been given. That's not the design, the full in-depth
Yeah, back in the day
breakdown
when they
of
cared
everything.
about writing a description on the back of the
Yeah,
game case.
so yeah.
Okay.
That
I can do the description on Steam. I can go visit that anytime I want.
This is my thing. Like, it's hard for me to back.
But here's the thing, Brian. Also, if you're a Christian, that's awesome.
No, yeah.
And if it works for you,
believe
that's
me, I'm
awesome.
not asking for your guys' permission.
No,
No, I know you're not.
No, I
But I'm
understand that.
happy that like, because in all honesty, I wish I could believe. I do.
Yeah.
But we've talked about that. You went through
Yeah.
a stage of that where you like, I wish I wish that I could believe, but I just can't.
So there has been, you guys know who, let me think of a good one that you guys all should know. Saint Teresa?
Yeah.
You know,
Mother Teresa. Yeah.
Mother Teresa, yeah.
Yeah. Awful
So
human being.
besides her things that she has done,
Yeah.
moving past that, I think everyone
about that
everyone is a shitty human being, if we want to be correct.
Yeah.
If you look at the worst of everybody,
Well, there was one perfect human. His name was Jesus Christ. Moving forward,
He could remove the nails.
I've seen him fuck somebody else's wife in a movie one time, and I said, "No,
well,
this is a joke, by the way."
Hey, he turned water into
Just a
wine. He's
joke.
got my book.
So Mother Teresa, there were periods of time in her life where she felt nothing. She didn't feel close to God. She had no connection with him or anything, and yet she still continued to believe through that. That's happened with Job. It happened with Paul. It
happens with
happened with a
everyone.
lot of people. And the point of it is that just because, okay, so when you go to take a test in class, the teacher's not holding your hand. They're not helping you.
Right.
In those moments,
There's a piece of glitter on your right eye, right underneath your eye, and all I can stare at is that.
you
I
got a
noticed
fucking
it, but-
strip
It's
club.
bothering the fuck. You've seen it too?
Yeah, but I was listening.
I can't.
But anyways,
Thank-
so when you're taking a test in class, the teacher's not guiding you through it. They're not holding your hand. They're not giving you instruction. They're silent, and everyone else is silent because you're on your own during that test. It is your responsibility and your goal to get through that test, and then you will hear from the teacher again. That's all those moments are. When you don't hear anything talking back to you, when you feel that you're alone, it's because you're in the middle of a test.
But is the argument to that, are you sure that's not just self-struggle, building of your own character? Is that God, or is that your inner test of you're about to be put through the ringer? Are you going to come out better?
So it's very easy to give yourself credit for everything, but if you look at the entirety of society and just people in general, we fucking suck.
We do.
So when you make good decisions, when you do things that are good, it's easy to take the credit for all of that.
But who does that
Obviously, you want
benefit
to.
other than you?
You don't know that. You don't know the full story.
That's fair.
You don't know what your decisions.
When every outcome
That me
affects
helping the old lady
next
across the
person.
street didn't help something across the other
Not even
world.
that. Maybe you fucking running a red light because you weren't paying attention and you were late to work made someone else hit their brakes. And if they didn't hit their brakes, they would have been farther up on the highway and got T-boned by fucking something, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Chain effect,
There-
basically.
Butterfly effect, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. You don't know the entire story. So when you think, oh, this is bad, this is horrible, it is, but it was already written into the story for a reason. What that reason is, it's not your job to know. It's
Right.
not, you're an actor doing your part. God is the director, whatever.
Do you believe God's within you?
Yes.
Do you also believe the devil
Yeah.
is within you?
I don't think he is within me.
You don't think he's
No, I've never let him
trying
in.
to tempt
I mean,
you?
he's tried. He's tried.
That's what I'm saying. He tries to tempt you, right?
Something's tempted me, but I know better.
But you see what I'm saying? Like there's the good and there's the evil.
But that's my thing. I believe in that. There's good decisions and bad decisions. And the good decisions have good effects. They also could have bad effects.
Good decisions don't have bad effects, bro.
And sometimes what's good for you could be very bad for somebody else. And you doing that good thing could cause a bad effect.
No.
You don't think so?
Absolutely.
I mean, like fossil fuels?
What I'm saying is the good decision within
technically.
you. If I break up with someone and they kill themselves, right?
Mm.
There's a good and bad to it.
Yeah,
right?
but that's not what he's saying. He's saying you can do something good for you that's bad for somebody
Like,
else.
give me an example.
Okay, you could go to the store and buy a gallon of milk, and it's the last fucking gallon of milk. It's good for you, but it's bad
Your
for
family
somebody
needs it.
else.
Your son needs that milk. Well, now there's
your
a homeless
son,
person
your
that's
son
gonna
just
die.
wants cereal, but
Yeah.
this person
you could say
needed
formula.
it to whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. There's
Sure.
good for you, bad for other people.
You have
That's
$1.50.
Sure.
You have $1.50,
And if I
It's a
showed
lot.
up to that fucking store first, God wanted me to have that goddamn milk or formula.
but it ended up a baby wasn't able to eat that night.
there is good and bad. There's
Every decision
cause and
has good and
effect.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what? I guess the devil didn't want that fucking child to eat that night.
But that's the point. And that's where I have a hard time. Like,
I just wonder why God would be regional. You know what I mean?
And what makes you think God's regional?
I don't think he's
help me with
regional.
that.
Well, this is why I say that. So why in this country would we have certain principles and culture that is maybe a lot more freer than somebody maybe in a different country that doesn't have
So
that?
you're talking about politics?
No, I'm talking about
It's
just
politics.
I'm talking
It's-
about just in general.
Give
Like,
us an example.
No, I
so-
understand what he's saying.
I
You're
don't.
100%.
I don't. Give us me an example.
So, why would God maybe favor, a country or a group of people rather than another group of people?
No, that's all bullshit. That's all politics.
No, what I'm saying is that because, right, we think about what's happening in Arab countries.
Mhm.
Not every Arab country,
Right.
but, even like with Gaza and everything that's going on with Israel, who are apparently God's people,
Mhm.
and you have Muslims that believe that they're God's people, and then you
Okay.
have Christians that believe that they're God's people.
Okay.
And then you have other countries that
So you have all humans who have a perverted belief of what is the actual truth. I don't feel
but
that.
that's what you believe because you're a Christian.
So then,
Right?
Yeah. So on
what
that
do you
topic,
mean by that?
Well,
So, like,
yeah.
yeah, what do you mean by that? So these are people who have decided that they're God's people. Why did they get to decide that?
are you under
That-
the belief there's only one God?
Yes.
There's only one true
That's
God.
why.
Right.
So if I were to believe, there's many, because
Wrong.
Well, how many presidents do we have?
okay, let me correct that. There's
That's have we had, not
So,
do we have.
46.
let me
How
correct
many
that.
active
I
presidents do we
feel
have?
like
Right.
there may be one being,
We don't.
but there's many people that have different variations and versions of the same thing.
You didn't get to choose where you were born, right?
Right.
So your parents slept together. Obviously, that's how you're here,
I mean, yeah.
right? So we don't get to choose our soul going into which body. So
If I was born in India, I believe in Buddhism.
Not necessarily. Christianity is the number one religion across
Yes,
the
but,
world.
like,
It's
there
not
was a
just
scenario-
America that believes in
There was a
Christianity.
scenario that if I was believed in Christianity in this life,
Yeah.
but if I'm born,
You were born to believe.
Hold on, I want to hear what
in a
Kurt
certain
was getting to.
degree.
is it kind of the same thing?
well, so it's kind of like you don't get to choose when people have sex, and that's how you create. I'm sorry to break that news to anybody listening. Men and women.
No, we'll have the birds of the bees talk later.
Okay. So
Episode 2.
so you don't get to choose where you're born.
Mhm.
So you might be born into a family where someone's addicted or someone's abusive. Maybe that child dies at a young age. Bone cancer. There's a virus that eats your eye.
Mhm.
There's different places that you could be born in the world. It's very convenient for somebody to believe that God has done a lot for me. Well, why has God not done anything for this innocent child that's in another country? That's why I'm like,
When you believe in the devil, it's pretty easy to fucking convince yourself that it's not just God
For a
that
5-year-old,
controls.
Well, see, the thing, it's not just about age. Evil exists, and it's going to
Right.
exist universally, whether you're newborn or 90 fucking years old. Evil exists.
right.
You cannot have free will and not have good and evil.
Agreed.
And there's also going to be cause and effect.
But there's also that thing with free will that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And the reason being, I think about Judas.
Okay.
I think about Judas not having free will,
Why would you think he'd be?
because when Jesus gave him the cup, it says that the devil went into him.
Mhm.
So where was his choice?
And so you think
He
he
played
didn't
him.
have a choice
I don't
in
think
that?
he had a choice.
Well,
So to me, I think about free will, and it's like free will to me goes, no matter what happens, whatever, I have the free will to do it. And then the consequence, just because I don't believe in a certain God, I got to go to hell.
okay.
What if I live a good life? What if I treat people right because I don't believe that his son died for me? Why is that a reason why I should go to heaven or hell? But it's also that thing of, like I was saying earlier, children are completely innocent, are just minds that we mold.
Mm.
You know, why should they have to suffer?
Hold-
Why should anybody have to suffer and get sick and die or deal with pain, anything like that?
It's yin and
But
yang.
if it's all a part of God's plan, I mean, yeah, it's yin and yang, sure, but you're not the one going through that. That other person is.
Oh, well,
And
believe me, I've been
they're
through quite a bit,
well,
and
I'm
I'm
saying,
dealing with quite a lot.
well, I understand
So,
that, but you know, I mean, I don't understand everything, but I just look at it and I go, I would understand why someone who has done nothing wrong in their life and everything bad has happened to them, and no matter what God is around that they can call to, not answering him or her or whatever, you know. So I look at it that way. I look at there's so much that we can do as human beings
Mhm.
because of technology, because how things are going. But scientifically, human beings have been around, quote unquote, for me about 100,000 years as humans, like Homo sapiens. In the past 2,000 years or whatever, we've had a boom in technology.
Mhm.
And you think about how many people died at 40 because they were dehydrated or had wisdom teeth. All of a sudden now we have technology to be able to deal with that. If you had diarrhea 200 years ago, it
You're
was a
dead.
death sentence. If someone had wisdom teeth that grew in and it was so painful and they got infected, they would die.
Mhm.
But now we have the technology to combat that, and we have vaccines and different things like that that handle, different diseases and treatment. That's only been around for so long.
right.
So I think it's easy, and this is just my opinion, it's easy to look at that and go, God must be there. God must be helping us. Why did it take so long?
Well, you're right, but see, that's what's even more impressive about the religion to me is the fact that only for the past couple hundred years has it actually been easier. The fact this religion has carried on for so long. These people have had this faith through all of the struggles they've had to go through. They've
Mhm.
continued to believe.
Mhm.
I think that if you try to justify all the evil or all the suffering in the world, you're always going to end up in a place that God doesn't exist, because that's the only way our minds can really comprehend.
It's a good take.
You're not able to comprehend something like that. I think that
It took this long to get George to talk this much, and it was religion. We needed to talk about that to get you to have.
well, religion is one of the most complicated things.
It is.
And
I love this
For
talk,
everyone in
though.
life, it is.
It is.
So I think that what was your main question? Let's get back to that. Like your main point with what you said. What were you wanting?
To come across.
Yeah, like
So I think final thought on it is that if we were to take every religious text,
Mhm.
every religious text, and destroy it, in 1,000 years' time, it would all come back different. If you were to take every scientific textbook
Mhm.
and destroy it, in
The
1,000 years' time,
commandments, the Bibles,
scientific
everything.
stuff, and just threw it all away, it would all come back the same.
Okay.
Because all the results would be the same. The way I see it is that God, for me, and I think for a lot of people, would be that I'm going through something, or, I'm just trying to live my life, and that might try to make sense of things. Like if I'm going through something and I say, God, please help me get through this, and I do, it feels comfortable to me to go, God, help me get through it. I understand that. And I understand anybody that's an addict that needs to go, I'm going to put this on God for God to help me. What I don't understand is for what about all the people that really need a God and he is not there, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Well, I just don't understand the not there part. Like suffering is part of life.
Right.
That is something we are born into.
But that could be with a God or without a God.
Maybe, but if God created the universe, then it's only with God. So, from my point of view, there is no without God. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as without God. God is here, always around, and will always exist. So, there's no such thing as without God. There is no without God 1,000 years from now. If we destroyed all the text, things would come back different. No, it would come back the same, because God would then guide people to recreate what he has already once done. This you can look at the Bible and you can say, oh, it's this, this, and that. But the truth is, it was wrote over such a long period of time by so many different individuals who never had contact with each other whatsoever. And yet all of the events, all of the things still line up and they actually match. They are historical accounts too. They're not just, well, this was done and we can't, this happened on this day. And we go back in time. We see that there was an eclipse on this day and this time. That's not.
But people can still be inspired.
No, absolutely. But for 60-something different people over 2,000 years to be inspired on the same exact story.
Scientifically, it's hard to disprove.
You're not going to have 60 writers that have never met each other write the same exact story over 2,000 years. That doesn't happen.
But what do you mean by that? About the same stories? Because, I mean, like when we think about like Judaism, obviously they have the Torah, which is like the first 5 books of the Bible. And then there are Muslims that also believe that Jesus.
So, for example, you're not going to have somebody who's never read the Torah write a sequel to it that perfectly lines up with the first 5 stories. You're not going to have somebody who's never. Let's make it simple. You're not going to have somebody who's never played Resident Evil write Resident Evil 2 and it perfectly line up with all the events of the first Resident Evil.
If they never knew.
If they never read it, they've never connected it. They've never talked to the people who made it.
What about the Book of Mormon? Where people believe that Jesus came over here and that the Israelites migrated to America and became the Native Americans and they were cursed and that's why they had red skin.
So I'm not familiar with that book. I'm not going to pretend like I am. I think
is one of the Christianity and Judaism and Islam the Abrahamic
I want to be very clear that I don't think everything in the Bible was inspired by God. And I don't think everything in the Bible is the entirety of it. I think there was a lot of books from the Bible that were taken out or removed or never included into it because they went against the church's idea.
The idolization.
The thing is,
which created the different denominations.
Exactly. And you have people who, just the church was the government back then for the most part, and
still is to a degree in like
it kind of is,
certain places.
So with the church being the government, if something goes against what they've been teaching or what they've been preaching, and it is a threat to their power or their control, I can absolutely see people changing things or removing or adding their own kind of little versions of this in order to keep control. I think how Tyler said something about the Bible being written for control or something like that. Like, they needed a way to control these people.
I truly believe that.
I completely agree. I think a lot of it is about maintaining control over a population and the way they think, the way they act. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in God. That doesn't mean I don't believe in the Bible. I think a lot of it is true. I think a lot of it was inspired by God. And I think that the key parts that keep everybody fighting over everything are the parts that they've purposely excluded from the Bible.
So do you think that the Bible is honestly, because a lot of people believe that the Bible is you live by it. Do you think the Bible is more of a tutorial?
I think
you can play it however you want, but you should go by the guidance.
The Bible is nothing more than stories of how to apply the teachings.
Okay, so basically, this is how you go about it. Now, the rest of it's in your hands.
Kind of.
Because you have free will.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like I said, it's a very difficult thing to explain in its entirety because I think there's a lot of corruption that
there is.
Has gone into it, and you're never going to get to the actual root
unless we go back in time and are in it.
Exactly.
I think I have 2 questions then. In Hebrews it says God was the same yesterday, today, and forever. But that's not necessarily the case because the God of the Old Testament was very cruel.
You're correct.
And also
that's
I forgot the second question.
So,
But
God being
you know,
cruel in the Old Testament, that is because they were under a different covenant at the time. God had a covenant with humans, and when Jesus Christ came to earth, a different covenant was formed.
Mhm.
That is where the transition from the Old Testament to the New Testament takes place. It's not that God was cruel, it was there was a different contract with God at the time between humans.
So why would God need to then send his son
Mhm.
into the world?
Okay, so Jesus was not God's son. It's very often stated that, but Jesus,
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
yes, but
The
Jesus
Trinity.
was God.
Mhm.
That's if
But then he also called out Eli, Eli, why have you forsaken me?
so. Listen, if you play a video game,
Right.
right? Say you're the creator of the video game.
Mhm.
You boot it up, you start playing. You're playing through to see what the person's experience is going to be like when they play this game.
Right.
That's all God was doing when he came as Jesus Christ. He was essentially, I'm trying to make this as simplified as
The
possible.
video game
That's-
references are
it's
doing
very
great.
simple.
Even if it's not
very
simple, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
He was a
he was playing
Avatar.
his game essentially.
Okay.
That's all that
Yeah.
was.
In
And you got no
Palestine or wherever it
And
was. You know,
there's
during that
quite a few theories on the "why have you forsaken me" thing, and I'm not going to pretend like I know the exact answer of
Mhm.
it, but my favorite one is that he wasn't saying that God has forsaken him as in because of the punishment. At the time when he was being crucified, the reason he was crucified was to take on our sins. He was being punished for all of humanity's sins, correct? In that moment in time, because of the tremendous amount of sin, he was separated from the Father because sin is what separates you from God. So when he was taking on all that sin, he was separated from God. Jesus went to hell. He came back. All of that is fact as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But why have you forsaken me is because he felt separated from God when he took on the sin of humanity.
So when it comes to after Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, or kicked out of the garden, and then Cain kills Abel, and he goes off and does his own thing after he's been cursed, he finds more people. So why isn't it mentioned in the Bible that there were other people, other humans? Because apparently Adam is the first human being, and then Eve is taken from him, from a rib from Adam. But how is there other people? It doesn't, to me, that doesn't make sense because it leaves everything out. And it's also very convenient for me for the Tower of Babel, right? That all of a sudden they're trying to build this platform. What? This platform.
I'm fully intrigued.
Higher than God, and God strikes it down, and then everybody speaks different languages. It's pretty convenient for me to go, well, they put that in there to make the rest of the story make sense.
Okay, so we know that Homo sapiens, us, were not the first type of human or hominid species, right? We know that there's cavemen and fucking Homo erectus and fucking Homo neanderthalis or whatever. There was a lot of
higher power spells.
I think a really interesting thing a really interesting thing in the Bible is that it says God made us in his image. I think that okay, so we try to look at things as God is all knowing, God is perfect, God is blah blah blah. I only agree with that to the extent of our understanding. I feel that God probably made many iterations of humans, animals, and the earth before it ever became the one that we are on now.
Right.
I don't think that.
Do you think there's more being made after us?
I think there's more being made beside us. So multiverse kind of thing.
Like the imperfection of ours, he made another one to fix this slight imperfection.
No, I think it's more everything, everywhere, all at once. But that's because it was.
So that would
Okay,
be
so
that'd be my question though, because then it's like, okay, well then humans came from all sorts of different, Homo sapien, Homo erectus, all these different descendants of bonobos, chimpanzees, and stuff like that.
I'm listening.
You're
No,
staring
dude,
at
I'm
me.
loving this.
But what I'm wondering then is just like, okay, then what's the purpose of God creating Adam and Eve if they were only if the rest of the world was there too?
Mhm.
Did he only create them to tend to the garden, and then when they were kicked out because Eve sinned and then Adam lied for her,
Mhm.
they're kicked out of the garden, and then she has to deal with childbearing pain.
Mm.
And then the rest of humanity has to deal with that because of one person's mistake.
Mm.
It doesn't make any sense to me that God would then later on destroy the world and all the human beings and everybody on it and save Noah and his group of people to repopulate the earth.
Well, God destroyed the earth because of the Nephilim. It had nothing to do with the people. It was the angels had descended to earth. They had slept with human women and they had taken human brides. The children of that were Nephilim. They were giants. They were beasts. They believed they were higher than God.
Right.
And they began to take over the earth. That's why the earth was flooded. It had nothing to do with the people in general.
But were there any other human beings other than Noah?
Yeah,
and his people
absolutely.
at the time? So they all died.
Yes.
Right.
I feel like you're stuck on the suffering of the individual.
I am.
And that's
because to me, I go, God created everything and God knows everything. He did everything. But then why would God? It seems to be so weird that God would be so secretive to not want to talk to people and let them know that he was there. Because especially nowadays, it's 2026, wealth of misinformation that's out there, whatever. Why would God not want to make himself available so that people could believe? Why does he make it so hard?
Well, he
So
already
someone
made
is-
himself available once and we crucified him.
Right.
So
for the past 2,000 years since Christ, where's God been?
Well, 1,000 years is but a day to God. So
Okay, yeah.
he's only been gone 2 days. Bro stepped away to have a smoke
Right.
break and go to the store or
Right.
something. You
Right.
know, he's not really gone that long.
So
Yeah.
you believe that there will be a reckoning in time where he'll reveal himself again, like
Well, apparently
So-
Lucifer is going to be released for 1,000 years,
I think it's a
and he's
1,000-year
supposed
reign.
to
Yeah,
roam the earth, and that's in Revelations. Brian, read
he's
your
the
Bible.
president right now. So
you're giving Trump too much credit.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's more like Michael.
Michael, like the
Archangel?
movie with
He was a fallen angel, wasn't he? A fallen angel.
Michael wasn't a fallen.
what's his name? John Travolta.
He was a fallen angel.
Lucifer?
There was a
Yeah.
second.
There was a bunch of them.
Yeah, there was the second.
There was 60, I
musician?
think,
Yeah, I
or
wanna say.
60 or 50
Lucifer
something. I
was
don't remember.
The main fallen angel. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You are cast out from the heavens to the ground.
I'm going off of
I don't
supernatural.
remember shit.
I mean, I guess in a roundabout way, whatever works for you,
Yeah.
is great. And if it works for other people, that's fantastic. But there is 8 billion people in the world. It's continuously rising. There's 2-3 billion people that are Christians. The second in line is Muslims. The third, I think it might be Judaism.
I couldn't tell you honestly.
And you have all these different areas. It's very convenient to be born into America and be Christian. It's very convenient to be born in, say, Kuwait and be Muslim or Christian or Jewish. I think it's also not hard to think that you could be born in France and either be Catholic or an atheist. Or,
Isn't it great to be born in America and be able to be atheist though?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think, but that's in the free will aspect. I think that's more of the free will of the Constitution rather than the free will of any
So
God.
government, right?
Yeah.
Right. And those governments play a part in their Christianity and their belief, or not Christianity, but their religious beliefs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Government
which
can
I
play a
believe
huge
should be
part in that.
separated.
And
they should be separated.
there should not be religion and politics.
Well, it's church and the state. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Separation of church and
Right. But I also believe that where you're born, this mic. Where you're born can 100% dictate your life,
Mhm.
your style, But you also have free will to go and do whatever you want.
Right. And if you're brought up a certain way, and your parents are believers and they instill that in you, you can be in a different
100%.
area and be like, I've been told that this is blue, but you're saying this is green. I believe this is blue, and I believed it my whole life. And it doesn't matter what you say,
Yeah.
you can't convince me it's blue.
Mhm.
So those people that had been indoctrinated into their religion,
Yep.
they're going to hell. How's that fair for them? Because if we all have a choice, we all have free will. I understand.
You're right.
that,
We
but,
all have a choice, and we all have the choice to
Right.
choose Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And when you do not make that choice, you go to hell.
Yeah.
And it's made very clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's as simple as that. It's made very clear. If you don't choose Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you will go to hell.
Mm.
That's
Now, do you believe that, like I said, renditions? So Buddhism,
Mhm.
that's their god.
Mhm.
Do you believe that that's
I don't. Well, yeah, not
Mhm.
quite.
well, but okay, yeah. I don't know the religion well, but they don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Please.
They believe in
more.
Buddha.
They believe in Buddha.
Yeah.
That
its
is their
teachings.
God. It's not believing in Jesus
They
Christ.
believe
So
in his
do all of them
teachings.
go to hell?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Or is that their take on Christianity, where it's probably the same person, but they have a different to their
Well,
regional areas take on the story?
it's not the same person, though. That's the thing.
Well, there's a religion that one of you probably know it. Are you going to stab me?
No.
You going to plug me in? What are you gonna do? There's a religion that states that, like, don't know it, that all religions are the same. They're different takes on the story. It's kind of like Harry Potter and Star Wars. They're both a main protagonist whose parents believe in a magical thing, right? They're kind of the same premise.
I get what you're saying.
Star
Yes.
Wars is wizards in space.
Yes, they are.
Listen.
Thank you. And Lord of the Rings, kind of the same thing.
I will just say this: Harry Potter's way better than Star Wars.
Yeah, but the point is that there's a religion that states it's all different takes of the same story.
Possibly.
I agree
Kind
with
of got
that.
through it.
Yeah, I
My
feel it.
issue with that is, yes, it's all different takes of the same story. But like I said, guys, I'm a Christian, so this is all coming
This
from
is
a
Yes.
Christian perspective.
But that's why I'm
It's-
wanting your perspective of it.
From a Christian perspective, yes, you can believe in Buddha all you want, but you'll still go to hell. And even if Buddha happened to start as the same thing as Jesus Christ, those are not his teachings, those are not his words. Everything after what started, if it was the original, is not the same and has been perverted in some way.
Now, someone who's
I can't say I'm Christian. I can say I believe in God.
that's where I want to flip it
What
over to you
God,
now.
though? That's
The God, the
well,
one and
that's,
only
that's,
God.
Well, that's easy to say, the one and only God. But are you
That's
saying
why I
you
wanted to
believe
say
in
Jesus Christ is God. That's who I believe in.
Jesus Christ? Okay, so I'm just trying to
The
make
same
sure we're
God
on
you
the
believe in.
same-
Maybe call me Christian, but I don't know. I don't know religious terms.
Okay.
Okay. I believe in God. The Christian God.
The blonde-haired robed guy with the red sash.
The fucking Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ.
With the 2,000-year mark, though,
Mm.
or 2,000 or 3,000 years since Christ's death or whatever, and then what's happened afterwards, we've had, the different denominations and the different, sects and the different versions of religion who are all supposed to be there for morality. And then we find out that, the Pope and 2000, I don't know if it was John Paul II, is making a list of apologies to the world. They're making apologies to the Muslims for the Crusades, and they're also apologizing to the Jews for the Holocaust, and also apologizing to the many, many children that have been affected by, sexual misconduct within
Right.
Catholic religion. My thought is this: where is God in all that? And the second thing, and this is the main point, if all these religions are there for morality,
Mm.
to teach people, and then they're making all these apologies, why are they there to begin with? If there's infallibility within mankind,
Mhm.
and they're supposed to be the leaders, why do we even pay attention to
To
them?
think that evil cannot get within leadership is crazy to me.
Well, what I'm saying is that if God's so perfect, why would he make it so easy for that to happen? Why would he not prevent those things? To me, it
Or
makes
guide the leaders
I
to
just
make
that's
the
such a
correct.
backwards thought.
That's
Like
how
it
I-
doesn't make
yeah.
any
How is-
sense.
but how
So like because
To
okay,
you're blaming everything on God. Everything that goes wrong in this world, you blame on God, and you're not comprehending there's evil within the world.
who created that evil?
Lucifer.
Who created
God
Lucifer?
created the evil. You can say it. It's running from it or trying to cover it up makes it look weak.
It's not covering it up. God created Lucifer. Lucifer created the evil within the world.
So then God created evil.
Sure. Yes.
He's agreeing with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then sent himself to die for our sins and came back. But the thing is that wholeheartedly, I've appreciated what religion did for me,
So
and
like I said,
growing
I
up in the
think
church and stuff.
it's very important that I state I think religion is, in terms of God, religion is the simplified way. It is the way to explain it to a child for them to understand.
I'd agree.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that it's for children. I'm saying that to explain something so
To
vast
explain
and so
good and evil
complicated.
is very simple. It's in simplified terms between God and the devil.
No, I just feel that what we have read about, what we have been told happened is, yes, that's the story, but it's not all the details. We're not getting every bit
I
of
guess
information.
it's hard for me to comprehend the thought that why is God letting everything happen instead of thinking, hey, the devil is also able to make things happen because he's evil.
So the devil can't make anything happen.
He can tempt everyone.
Yes, but temptation
And we
is
have free
something.
will, and the devil can tempt all the people with free will.
But that's not him making it happen. That's
It's
you
not
choosing
making
to
you.
let the devil
That's
tempt you.
like me saying, "Hey Tyler, that girl over there is really hot. You should go fuck her. She's into you." I'm tempting you. That doesn't mean I'm
Good
not
wingman.
making you go do it.
At the end of the day, it's free will.
You're right. It's free will.
And temptation is the devil.
Okay.
Is it? I
Yes.
can tempt you to do something good.
No.
Hmm?
Like skydiving?
Tyler,
Never gonna fucking happen.
you grab a beer.
either.
You grab a beer because you're feeling good. I said, Tyler, you should drink that water. The water's better for you.
Motherfucker, I've been drinking the water.
But that's the point. You get the point.
Temptation.
I tempted you.
You
I-
didn't tempt me to, nobody told me to drink the water.
Did I?
grabbed it because
I
I
put-
had free will.
I put it in the fridge,
So who's right?
and then you're sitting
far
next to the
as-
fridge.
Who's right? Who's the right God? And how would you know?
You don't.
I love this topic.
So
I actually love this stuff.
So that would be my
really trying to
thing.
get off of.
How would you know? So I guess you
I
just
don't
try to live the
show
best
off.
life that you could,
Huh?
and you either go to heaven or hell.
So, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, as the way I see it, we were given a very clear instruction manual on what we're supposed to do. We are told what we're supposed to do. You have the free will to do it. If you choose not to do it, you go to hell. It is that simple.
But is it telling you what to do? Because it seems to be like a lot of letters, like in Timothy
Mhm.
and stuff, and Acts and different things like that. There's a lot of letters to different religious groups where John or somebody is communicating with them to try to tell them how they should live their life.
Mhm.
But there's also like Ezekiel, where it's like women are sleeping with men because they have
Hey.
penises like donkeys. And then you have Songs of Solomon, which is, just poetry and different things like that.
Temptation.
What is it telling you other than a story of what has happened? How does that fit into the modern life?
So it's way to apply the principles of the Bible. The Bible it's like the tutorial video that plays when you play a video game, and it's like hit X to do a dodge roll or something, and you see a little video up there that plays. That's the
Right.
story in the Bible.
Circle instead of X.
Whatever, Tyler. I don't give a shit.
Bro, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're mad at
so
me.
what I'm saying is, the Bible very clearly tells us what not to do. There's the 10 Commandments. It's
100%.
very simple, and then it tells us that we will find our place in the kingdom of heaven through Jesus Christ.
Right.
it tells you what to do. And there's a lot of stories to go along with that to try and help you understand if you're not quite
to guide
there.
you along.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's that simple as far as I'm concerned. Like it, and I don't want you guys to think I feel any way towards people who don't have a religion or feel like believe in another religion. Like I just have my own personal beliefs. And
I have not
that's
talked
what
to
I
somebody
follow.
who I thought the complete different and got this much information from.
Yeah. So I just,
I liked it.
It is what it is.
It was good.
I think,
I loved that shit. I've never sat so quiet and listened.
I personally believe. Maybe
I mean,
that's what the fuck I am. But I believe God is within me.
that was interesting.
Maybe I'm learning about religion.
I learned a little bit.
But I have believed God is within me, and that's why
I like to take that I am
like
God.
to act the way I do, and that I can control my own actions, which is my free will. I
At the
also
end of-
believe that at the end of the day, there's always going to be temptation to guide me in the wrong direction, and that is the devil. So
At the end of the day, Kurt is God. So,
Yeah.
well,
no,
I liked it though. That was good. That was a good one. Yeah. Well, on that note,
I want to say something.
Please.
I have always felt, and this is no slight towards you guys at all, but I have always felt that being atheist is what the ignorant person thinks of as the intellectual choice.
do you believe I'm atheist?
Ooh.
But I would think the opposite.
Well, can I get as
It takes a whole lot more faith to believe that God's not real than to believe he is.
I agree to some degree because I'm a person that sciences everything and tries to explain everything to not be.
Yeah, that's.
I agree with that because I try to disbelieve first because it's like that couldn't have happened because,
Mhm.
or that's not real because. I can agree with that to some point because I'm a person. If I believe in God, why is my mom sick? That doesn't make sense. God's all good. Why is that happening? I try to science it down. If God is all that's good, why are there babies that die daily? Doesn't make sense. That logic's not there. I logic everything. So I understand that point. I do. That it is the, what'd you say? What's your wording? Your wording was perfect with it. It is the
ignorance or whatever.
ignorant way of justifying, really.
It's just for someone who is ignorant of
Belief?
anything. If you're ignorant of religion, or if you're ignorant of God, or if you're ignorant of this or that, like there's a lot of things you could be ignorant in that would lead you to believe that there is.
And by ignorant, we mean
Like you don't know. You're
uninformed.
Not you're fucking dumb or anything
Yes,
like
yeah.
that.
I'm just for the people.
Are ignorant of
Because we're going to get a comment.
the people.
Don't be dumb because don't believe in God.
Right. For the people who are ignorant of what the word ignorant means.
I saw the comments trickling down from it.
Yeah, I think if you are
ill-informed,
yes, then it seems like the smart choice to be atheist. It seems like, well, this is the logical belief.
Would you, at any point in time, be afraid to put your faith and belief to the test in a way that you were like, okay, I am a Christian, but let me try to do as much research to see what the other side.
Maybe you don't know. Yeah,
he doesn't.
You don't know this. So I was not Christian. I was atheist my entire teenage life. I actually just found God a couple years ago. So yeah, that's something I've already done. I've already been where you are at, and I have realized that I'm completely wrong and ignorant of how this
it's
world
also
works.
the opposite for me because I was a Christian my whole life and then became an atheist.
Right.
Can I ask? You do not have to tell us, or we can take it off the air. What made you choose that?
there wasn't a
No?
thing. It
Okay.
was a
I know you've been through hell.
it
I
was a
mean,
long period of searching. I looked into all the different religions that I could to try and understand them as much as possible, to try and figure out which one I
what
align
made
the
you get
most
there,
with.
though? Because you said you're atheist for the longest time. So was there a landmark in your life that was like, I need something. I need it.
It was never an I need it. So my biggest fear with ever being Christian or believing in God was I never wanted to be the person who believes in God for the hope that it gives me a better life. That's not believing in God. That's just wanting your life to be better. And
And you
that's
can just
not.
do that on your own, that there's no God that needs to be there for that.
So for me, I never wanted to believe in Christianity unless I actually believed. And
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that because, I'll be honest with you, I thought you were atheist.
yeah, no, most people do.
Well, just
So
yeah, but I mean, you don't talk about it.
I don't feel the need to.
That, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, that's the best type of
Yeah.
Christian you could be.
It's
You don't need to talk about it. If you believe in it, you believe in it. And that's your
if
personal.
somebody wants to talk to me about it, I will talk to them about it and tell them my beliefs. But it's not anything I feel the need to push on you or Kurt. Like, you guys are grown ass men. You make up your own fucking minds.
Yeah.
You decide what to believe. So
No.
I love it.
This has been fantastic. I was so scared because I didn't know where it was going to go. This
What
was
is it
great.
that you called me?
I think I'm more.
A dumbass.
So I was thinking you were kind of more of an Orthodox Christian.
Orthodox.
But
Do you want the definition
when you started
of an
talking
Orthodox?
about, like, you don't believe in the Bible or the God.
I believe the
you
Ten Commandments.
You just believe God's.
I don't believe every story in the Bible. What it is, I don't believe every story in the Bible was 100% accurate.
I don't
And
either. I think
that's what I'm trying to say when I believe in the Bible.
It's
It's not like I believe every fucking word that was in the Bible. I believe in the Ten Commandments.
why is this heater?
I heard a
so
preacher
hard?
one
It hasn't
time
turned on in a
say
while.
this: everything in the Bible is truly stated, but not everything in the Bible is a statement.
That makes more sense to me.
So the definition of Orthodox
way.
Christianity literally means right belief or right teaching. Meaning, hang on.
Some meaning.
Meaning, it refers to the Eastern Orthodox. This doesn't tell me shit.
Anyway, thank you for watching Our Parents' Basement.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Please subscribe.
Please check us out on everything. We do want to have a thank you. We have looked at our numbers. We never have. To the 80,000 views that you guys have given us in the last 30 days, we are greatly appreciative.
Very grateful.
We did not think that would happen. To the 250 subscribers on YouTube, the, hundreds of people on TikTok, everybody, we appreciate it. We know that we're just fucking around in our parents' basement, but we never thought this would do anything other than just have us a reason to drink beer and talk. So we appreciate it greatly.
Very much. I do want to say that a lot of this discussion that we have is just to open up conversation. It's not, it's opinions.
Yeah.
And we want you to share yours.
Please.
And
we love the comments. I'll just keep my ass in the basement. But the reason we do this is not to push shit on anybody, is we just want to have fun and share our opinions and hopefully make you share your opinions. Maybe create a podcast or talk about yourselves.
I'm sorry to piss you guys off.
Well, no, I'm not. So
not really.
Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Appreciate it. See you guys.
See ya.
Cheers.